Greetings. Namaste. You can consider this video and the coming ones as the second part of this whole dimension. And to really receive it, we need to look beyond, because when we start searching beyond limits, that's when we are going to open the doors to mysticism. So, before beginning, let's honor the Ascended Masters. What I share here are manuscripts from a person deeply connected to Shambhala. The manuscript blends mystical teachings and his own experiences connected to the hidden kingdom of Shambhala and his masters. If you remember, when I began this book, I spoke about Madame Blavatsky and her connection with the mystical Shambhala. Much of the content I share is mentioned in many mystical traditions and organizations across the world. The mystic that I follow, he says mysticism is the cream of all religion. The purest truth are hidden in all religion, and that can be uncovered only by those who seek deeply. Otherwise, we are going to be just puppets. So, there are stories in every culture about hidden lands. Some call it paradise, some call it the promised land, some call it Shangri-La. But in the ancient esoteric traditions, it is called Shambhala. In many videos, I have spoken about Gyanganj. Gyanganj is a branch, an extension, or a school of this greater kingdom, Shambhala. Here, the masters train the sages or mystics who will serve humanity. So it's a training ground. Gyanganj is the training ground in Shambhala. So these are not places you can just find very easily or on a Google map. Shambhala is said to exist in a dimension that overlaps our world, a bridge between visible and the invisible, between the sky and the earth, between the mundane life we live and the divine world that guides us. But here is where it gets really interesting. It is hidden in what masters call the second ether or the astral world. It stretches from the Himalayas of the Mount Kailash through Tibet and across Mongolia, forming a hidden arc of light across Asia. This is what they say. So it is not confined to Himalayas alone. It stretches towards Tibetan area, towards Asia, towards Mongolia. So according to the ancient belief, there is a powerful being who rules the throne of Shambhala, very mysterious being, a being of light. Can you guess who is that? He is called Sanat Kumara. In Hindu scripture, he is one of the 4 Kumaras born out of Brahma. I am not explaining that here. So Sanat Kumara has another name. In esoteric tradition, he is also called Subramanya. Subramanya is also called Kartikeya. There is another name, Shanmugha, Skanda, Muruga. So many names are there. Yes, the same warrior god in Purana. We are talking about the living ruler of this planet Earth. It is said that Subramanya descended from a higher planes and established his throne in Shambhala. He is sometimes described as a being of light or the eternal youth who came to guide humanity. Sanat Kumara means eternal youth. Subramanya came from a higher cosmic plane. So he then established his throne in Shambhala, making it his dwelling, executing the divine will on earth. How do you even begin to understand this? Think of Shiva, Shivoham, the state. This is the symbol of invisible, and Shakti, the symbol of the visible. When the unseen and the seen meet, a child of fire is born. That child is the Kumara, the flame of consciousness that rules and protects this earth. Mahavda Babaji is one of Shambhala's highest eternal guardians, a living bridge between humanity and the throne of Shambhala. And who goes there? Not a tourist, not adventurers, only seers or masters, and those who have lived lives of sacrifice, who have walked through fire, who have surrendered their personal will to become vessels of the divine will. For them, Shambhala opens its gates. They go, they receive the plan, and they return silently into our world to execute it. These people are very quiet, because it's said that the members of Shambhala take a vow of silence. They will never say, I belong to Shambhala. They will never claim it, but they live among us. Sometimes somewhere in the mountain ranges, in corners of the world, and sometimes even in high positions of authority, guiding governments, guiding movements, inspiring goodness without ever seeking credit. So, what if some of the greatest selfless leaders of the history were silently linked to Shambhala? I'm not giving any examples here that will sidetrack our topic. What if the unseen hand of Subramanya was behind every act of genuine service in the world? In the Puranas, he is depicted as the six-faced god born of fire, leading the armies of light. The six phases represent the mastery over the six directions: north, south, east, west, above, and below. So Skanda is the commander of the Devas' armies, fighting against the dark forces, Asuras. That's why some say we are now in the Subramanya Yuga, because we can see the signs of wars, chaos, and instability. And it says that it's going to increase in the coming days. You should understand that Subramanya is a powerful cosmic energy. The energy is the same, but the name can be different. For example, in Lemuria and Atlantis civilization, he was called the commander of light, guiding advanced spiritual civilizations and protecting the sacred knowledge. In ancient Egypt, he was linked with Horus, the divine falcon-headed protector, and also Thoth, the protective archetype of Subramanya energy. In Mesopotamian and Sumerian civilization, this energy was called Marduk. In China and in Tibet, it was called Weito. I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly. Weito is the protector of Dharma. So in essence, while the names differ, the roles and energy remain the same. They belong to no religion, no culture. They are wisdom that transcends boundaries. If you remember my last video, I encouraged you to go beyond from where you are now. So when you listen to this, don't limit it to belief or disbelief. See it as an invitation to look beyond, to touch the deeper mysteries. Thank you for being with me on this journey. If you resonate with this, I request you to subscribe and share. Let the divine energy guide us and protect us.